So I just wanted to preface this video because I basically had found the news, made the video, edited it, was ready to publish it, and then I basically found out that it was all a hoax. And I have to say that's probably one of the fastest running hoaxes I've seen. I mean, they didn't let it go that long, but I still wanted to let the video, go because I wanted, it's still interesting information, and I think right now we have a lot of people giving their predictions, Romecast giving their predictions, a lot of people on Twitter giving their predictions as far as the roster. And even though it may be more of a fake as far as who this particular person, in this case, MK1 edits on Twitter, who got us as far as a really legit looking leak. Kudos to you for your editing skills, photo wise. You did a really good job. But nonetheless, it's still predictions, and I'd be curious to see if they're true. I know it's all in jest, but what if he or she is right? You never know. So I just wanted to preface this video before it starts because I know a lot of y'all have already in the comments saying this is fake, this is fake. Well, I'm telling you now, it's fake. Now we all know together, but we can still enjoy. Like I said, in all my videos about leaks, it's all in good discussion. So there you go, guys. Enjoy. We know from the gameplay trailer and the gameplay footage shown from people actually getting to play the game at the Mortal Kombat 1 gameplay at Summer Game Fest that there are 24 slots for players, at least at the one day or day one roster. And I had a totally different idea where this video was going to go because I was going to cover more of the recent roster leaks, talk about insiders confirming who's going to be there, who's not. But then my pal Kenneth O'Brien on Twitter basically posted a screenshot leak of what looks like a dev environment for Mortal Kombat 1 that basically leaked all the roster. Now, I know y'all are going to hate this, but I'm not going to post the screenshot that he posted on Twitter. I will link that down in the description below so you can go see it for yourself because it does look very legit. It does have basically the names of the characters, and it has like abbreviations as far as the avatars. There's some that even have like a 3D rendering of an avatar. It does give you a lot of our characters that we've seen from the trailer and the cinematic trailer kind of already in their particular order. I know in the gameplay footage that the order is different on the top, but it looks like it's been corrected in this one. And then we have kind of on certain parts of the screen, we have what looks like to be behind the scenes dev specs. So like frames per second and ETC and GTC, if that means anything for game developers out there. But as I've talked about in previous videos, especially with the multiverse stuff, this is more like Warner Brothers Games owned stuff. So I don't want to post that and then get this video taken down. I know that Ed Boon said that he hopes that this information comes out in leaks, but he doesn't really particularly like leaks. So I'm not really trying to test the waters there. But what I will do is basically recreate it. So that's what we're going to do. Because if I'm using an image, not this image, then it should be just fine. So we're going to basically start off with our core characters and then kind of do the left side and the right side. So the first 8, the second set of 8, and the last 8. So from going top to bottom, left to right like you're reading, we're going to have Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Katana, Melina. Then we have below that Raiden, Kenshi, Johnny Cage, and Fire God Liu Kang. All right. So that's our core 8. We've seen them in the previous video. I talked about the details of the game, cinematic trailer, the gameplay trailer. Those are our core roster. Now, these are the ones I don't think they're going to be released at time of launch, maybe over time. But on the left set of 8, we have Reiko, Natara, Rain, Tanya. Then below that we have Goro, who's wearing pants, Ashra, Reptile fans be excited, and Lee May. Now, though, basically, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of those 8 are from the 3D era. So it's very cool to see that they are making an appearance. Now, jumping over to the right side of 8, which it gets kind of grainy as far as the character names, so it's kind of hard to read. If you click on the link down below and look at the image yourself, you'll kind of see that. But we have Kung Lao. We have Jade, Onaga, Shang Tsung, Nightwolf, Sindel. I know Ed Boon posted that video like, oh yeah guys, Sindel's in the game and this is her proof to prove it, and it's like the dancing video from Mortal Kombat 9. Havoc. I really hope this is true. And then there was one that was really, really hard to read, but I was kind of like, how many letters are in the name, that kind of thing. And it looks like it's Serena. If I'm reading it right, it starts with S-A. Looks like it ends with an A. So unless you know a character I don't that starts with S-A and ends with an A, S-A-R-E-E-N-A, I'm going to say Serena. So that looks to be our roster for Mortal Kombat 1. Now, keep in mind, like I talked about in a previous video, especially since we have Onaga in there kind of right off the bat, is he our big bad? Is he the main villain? You know, I don't know why he'd be in the kind of base roster right off the bat as a playable character if he was our main villain. There are a lot of villains in here that I don't see. You know, there's Shinnok is missing, Quan Chi. I mean, Kronika, she's considered a canon villain. She's not in here either. Maybe other Elder Gods, some Titans. You know, there's other things missing in here. So I don't know if Onaga is really going to be while he may be a villain, he may not be the main villain. You know, we will have Kintaro, Motaro, all those kind of people. Now, there's still characters that we could be getting later on, because, you know, there's always DLC that could happen, combat packs. So it'll be kind of interesting to see if this is the kind of group that we stay with for a while, how long it'll take. You know, obviously from that, the Nintendo leak that came out initially, talking about the previous, or the DLC packs that we could get, and there's like 12 of them, and possibly one in December. I don't know if that'll actually be true, but maybe we will. But it'd be kind of interesting to know. I would hope this is true. Judging by the way this is the screenshot, it looks like this would be true. It looks like this would be true. Now, I don't know if a NetherRealm Studios employee leaked this. Again, I just got this from Twitter. I saw this from Twitter. So if you've seen this before and you have more context to it, please comment down below. But it looks like it's coming from a TV or a monitor. I mean, I would imagine if someone's running a beta test at their home, or if it's an employee, either they're running a version that has all this kind of already there, or they're able to kind of tap in through codes or computer kind of hacking in somehow. However they do it. But it looks like there's some validity to it. It could more than likely be true. Now, always, again, take these things with a grain of salt. I think this is probably the closest thing we have to something real. But, you know, sometimes there's what things are called pre-production, okay? Close thing I think of is like movies that come out. You know, there's stuff on set that could change, or think about cars. You know, we have an idea of what a car might look like pre-production, then when it actually gets to customers, some things might have changed. It could be the same way with this. So this could be the pre-production version of the roster, and as they go through game testing and stress tests and all that kind of good stuff, even though the game comes out in September, so we're kind of close, but in the event that some of these things would change, you know, that's just the way things go. Looking at this, though, I think it kind of sets the stage for something. I really just hope with a lot of these characters, we get some good story. I know that Ed Boon has said what we have in our minds for Mortal Kombat, kind of not so much throw it out the window, but just kind of think of this story as a new story or a retelling, or however you want to call it. So I'm just kind of interested to see how these characters interact with each other, what kind of story and lore gets created from this, what they look like. You know, the big deal is that some of the characters might look different than what we're used to, like Goro. He's wearing pants, you know. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but, you know, it's more of a warrior style. You know, I don't know if he's Prince Goro in this, or if he's just Goro. You know, maybe he's just a regular warrior right now. So it'd be kind of interesting to see how, you know, some of these characters look. Maybe, heck, maybe Havoc isn't just a skull. Maybe he's actually just got his human flesh on. That'd be interesting. Maybe it's pre, pre what Havoc looked like. I don't know. Maybe Sindel doesn't have black hair with the white streak. Maybe she's got all just same color hair. I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting to see. But nonetheless, what do you think about this very, very recent screenshot that is leaked of the Mortal Kombat 1 roster looking from a dev screen? What are your thoughts on the characters that were picked? Do you think it's real, not real? And who do you want to see be in the game? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. That's it for this video, guys. Enjoy that like button. If you want more, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time on the Mashup.